One mistake, one car out of place, and in seconds, nearly the entire field was buried in twisted metal. This wasn't a fender bender. This was a 23-car disaster that stopped a NASCAR race in its tracks, and the driver who caused it could barely speak afterward. Lap 35, final stage, San Diego. A restart that should have been routine turned into one of the most destructive wrecks of the season. Sam Mayer got too aggressive on the inside line, clipped the wall, and got launched directly into Anthony Alfredo's nose. From there, physics took over. Mayer rocketed into the outside wall at turn 1, and because the cars behind had nowhere to go, more than 20 of them piled in right behind him. NASCAR threw the red flag immediately. The outside wall section was knocked clean out of place, forcing crews to rip it out and rebuild it from scratch. That took roughly 45 minutes. This didn't come out of nowhere. Mayer admitted he'd been driving cautiously most of the race, but as the laps wound down, he knew he had to take more risks to compete for position. That decision backfired in the worst possible way. The track itself made things harder. Drivers pointed to limited visibility near the inside wall, with no catch fence to help judge distance while running in traffic. That's a small margin for error turning into a massive one. The fallout extends way beyond Mayer and Alfredo. More than 20 teams now have to assess damage, rebuild cars, and absorb costs they didn't budget for, all because of a split-second misjudgment. For drivers fighting for playoff positioning, this kind of unplanned setback can derail momentum at the worst possible time. Here's what makes this wreck so brutal from a strategic standpoint. Restarts are already the most volatile moments in any race. Tight packs, aggressive positioning, and razor-thin margins. Mayer's choice to push harder wasn't reckless on its face. It's exactly what you'd expect from a driver trying to capitalize on a late race opportunity. But the result exposes a brutal truth about pack racing. One driver's misjudgment becomes everyone's problem. There's no way to isolate the damage when you're 3 wide at high speed. The moment Mayer's car got sideways into Alfredo, the chain reaction was almost unavoidable. Was this smart aggression or a dangerous gamble? Honestly, it's both. Drivers are told all season to be patient, then told to be aggressive when it counts. Mayer followed that instruction, and it blew up spectacularly. That's the razor's edge competitors live on every single week. The real question now is whether this rattles Mayer's confidence going forward, or whether he locks in and treats it as a hard lesson. How a driver bounces back from a high-profile mistake often says more about their career trajectory than the mistake itself. Expect a split reaction here. Some fans will rip into Mayer for the costly error, especially with so many cars and teams affected. Others will respect the accountability. Mayer didn't deflect, didn't make excuses, and immediately owned the mistake on camera. Alfredo's reaction adds another layer. He described the hit as one of the hardest of his career, which will only amplify safety discussions among fans and analysts about wall design and inside line visibility at this track. Best case, Mayer rebounds in the next event with a strong, clean run, using this moment as motivation rather than a setback. Teams recover their equipment, and the conversation shifts back to performance. Worst case, the wreck lingers. Doubt creeps in on restarts, sponsors and team management apply pressure, and Mayer's confidence takes a hit that affects results over multiple races. Meanwhile, track officials face real pressure to address the visibility and wall issues before this happens again. So here's the real debate. Was Mayer's aggression simply part of racing, or did this cross the line into reckless? Drop your take in the comments. If you want more no-nonsense breakdowns like this, make sure you're subscribed, because this story is far from over.